It was past midnight, and the rain came down in sheets so heavy it blurred the streetlights into halos. The sound of thunder rolled across the small town as if the sky itself was warning of something about to happen. On a lonely road, a single dad named Daniel trudged home after finishing an extra shift at work. His boots were soaked, his jacket clung to his back, and exhaustion weighed on him like iron. But he didn't complain. Every drop of sweat, every late night, every aching muscle, it was all for his little girl sleeping at home. She was his world, and he would do anything to keep her safe. That's when he heard it, screams cutting through the rain. They weren't playful screams, they were desperate, panicked, the kind that chills a man's bones. Daniel's heart jolted, his instincts sharpened. He sprinted toward the sound, his legs ignoring the fatigue. Rounding the corner near a dimly lit alley, he froze. A young woman was cornered by 5 men, their shadows towering over her, the rain streaking down their faces like masks. One grabbed her arm while another shoved her against the wall, their cruel laughter drowning in the storm. Something inside Daniel ignited. He had seen danger before, in uniform, in places most people could never imagine. He was a veteran, and though he had traded rifles for lunchboxes and missions for bedtime stories, that part of him never really left. His daughter once asked him why he carried scars, and he told her, sometimes, Daddy had to fight so others could live. Tonight, he understood that more than ever. Let her go. Daniel's voice thundered across the alley. The men turned, sizing him up, laughing at the sight of a drenched man in worn clothes. One of them snarled, "Walk away, old man. This isn't your business." But they didn't know Daniel. He never walked away from what was right. The fight erupted fast. One attacker lunged, throwing a wild punch. Daniel blocked it, slamming his elbow into the man's ribs, sending him crumpling. Another charged with a bottle, but Daniel ducked and swept his legs, the glass shattering into the puddles. 2 came at once, fists flying, but Daniel's training came alive. He moved with precision, every strike efficient, his body remembering moves carved into him through years of survival. It wasn't easy, he took hits, his face stung, his chest ached, but his willpower roared louder than the storm. The woman sobbed, trapped between terror and disbelief as this single dad fought 5 men alone. Finally, with one last surge, Daniel drove the last attacker into the muddy ground, pinning him until the man groaned in defeat. The others scrambled up and fled into the night, their pride broken. Rain washed blood from Daniel's lip as he looked at the woman trembling before him. She whispered through tears, "You saved my life." He only nodded, steadying her on her feet. "You're safe now. Get home, and don't look back." He never asked her name. He wasn't looking for thanks. He only walked away, soaked, battered, but with the quiet satisfaction of knowing he had done what was right. The next day dawned calm, the storm gone, but Daniel's world was about to change forever. He was making breakfast for his daughter, humming as she giggled over pancakes, when the sound of heavy blades filled the air. A helicopter roared above his modest house, shaking the windows. Neighbors rushed out, staring up at the sky. Daniel stepped onto his porch, shielding his eyes, confusion etched on his face. The helicopter hovered low, kicking up dust, its insignia flashing, a government emblem he hadn't seen since his service days. The side door opened, and out came 2 figures in uniform, rappelling down with swift precision. The neighborhood froze, whispers rising. Why was the military here? Why at Daniel's home? His daughter clung to his side, frightened. One of the officers approached, saluted him sharply, and said, "Sir, your actions last night did not go unnoticed. The woman you saved wasn't just anyone, she was the daughter of a high-ranking official. They wanted to thank you personally. And more than that, they have a proposition." The words hung heavy in the air. Daniel's heart pounded. He had given up that life for his daughter, for peace. Yet now, the past was calling back with a strange urgency. But then he looked at his little girl, her wide innocent eyes, and he knew his purpose. He wasn't just a soldier, he was a father first. He turned to the officers and said calmly, "I didn't do it for recognition. I did it because it was the right thing to do." The officer smiled, a rare softness breaking through his stern face. "That's exactly why we came. The world needs men like you. Fathers like you. Heroes who don't wear capes but carry scars and still choose love over hate." As the helicopter rose back into the sky, neighbors applauded quietly, moved by what they had witnessed. Daniel hugged his daughter close, whispering to her, "No matter what storms come, I'll always protect you." That's my mission now. And that's the heart of this story, my friends. A single dad, an unsung hero, reminded us that courage isn't about glory, it's about sacrifice, about standing up when no one else will. If his story touched you, if it made you believe in quiet heroes walking among us, then don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe for more stories that prove the world still has light, even in the darkest storms. Because heroes like Daniel are closer than we think, they could be living right next door.